Hey there, fellow book enthusiasts! Today, we're going to embark on an enthralling journey from the Book of Psalms, more specifically exploring chapter 23, verses 1 to 6. Now, I can imagine what you might be thinking. Are Psalms just an assortment of hymns and songs? Well, you're absolutely right, but they're anything but ordinary. They're a magnificent reflection of the human experience, brimming with joy. Psalm 23 is undeniably one of the most well-known and cherished chapters in the Bible. It's a reassuring reminder that no matter what we face in our lives, we have a steadfast and compassionate God who is consistently by our side. Psalm 23, particularly verses 1 to 6 in the King James Version KJV, is a beloved passage that presents the metaphor of a shepherd and his sheep to illustrate God's tender care, affectionate protection, and wisdom for his people. Verse 1. This verse introduces God as the shepherd, a symbol of care and leadership, and expresses the speaker's faith that they will have all that they need. Verse 2. God provides tranquil rest and refreshment, guiding the sheep to nourishing green pastures and serene still waters. Verse 3. God reestablishes the soul and leads people on the right path, doing so completely for his own glory. Verse 4. Even when confronting danger, the speaker trusts in God's presence, finding solace in his care and guidance. Verse 5. God supplies abundantly, acting as a generous host even when foes are present. The anointing with oil and overflowing cup symbolize blessing and joy. Verse 6. The speaker expresses confidence that God's goodness and forgiveness will be with them always, and they will live a life in God's presence for eternity. In essence, these verses convey a message of faith in God's unwavering love, support, and protection for his people, now and for eternity. Psalm 23 1 to 6 KJV expresses David's profound trust and belief in God as his shepherd, emphasizing God's nurturing care, generosity, and guidance. The passage portrays God's loving protection through diverse life situations, from nourishing pastures to walking through dark valleys, and ultimately assures believers of God's benevolence and generosity throughout their lives and even beyond eternity. Psalm 23 emphasizes God's role as a shepherd, guiding and providing for his people. It highlights God's provision for his people, assurance of protection, and the promise of eternal goodness and mercy. The psalm uses imagery of green pastures, still waters, and walking in the shadow of death to illustrate God's care and presence in both good and difficult times. So, let's pause for a moment to contemplate this enduring chapter and be reminded of the comfort and strength it provides. Thank you for joining me on this memorable adventure through the Book of Psalms. If you enjoyed this journey, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more compelling content. Until next time, keep exploring the world of wonderful books.